weirder than some island I heard about you before I met you guys. And I've decided that we need to clear the rest of the place out. And with that, I kind of march into here.
Yep, I'm coming with you. Who's this, by the way?
That's new and improved Brennan, which we'll go over in a minute.
Oh, nice.
You noticed his token switch, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he flash gold for a second and then his gear just suddenly looked better?
Yep, basically.
Bing! So we got our short rest at this point.
Yep.
So okay, I'm gonna
Goodress attempted to identify the ring with the Arcana, but she failed.
And so the ring is nowhere.
In the party inventory, because you guys don't know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so I will go ahead and open the door.
Crunch and I say, let's go in here and kill them all.
Well, maybe this one, if he's not too threatening, because I'm assuming that Lucius would have told us what he saw in here.
Yeah, he saw for about 5 seconds, so he didn't get a great look at what was going on.
Yeah, just kind of enough for his mouth to hang open and go what the fuck, and then quietly close the door.
If this one isn't threatening, maybe we can try and get some information from him. So we're not just gonna automatically kill him. But I will go ahead and open the door and step inside.
As soon as you step inside, you see these two women. You know, one dark hair, one kind of reddish hair. They're in very tattered rags, very poor clothes. They don't look like they've been taken very good care of. As soon as you walk in, they kind of start cowering, and they look like they were. It's the same thing as Lucius. They were throwing silver into this creature that has a massive mouth in the middle, and then these 3 arms and 3 legs. The arms have claws on it, and this thing is just chomping away at the silver. Lucius, you're not. Lucius, move 1 space up.
You're cutting out, Geese.
How much?
It wasn't for me.
Oh, okay.
And then you see that.
What?
So apparently there's just a pile of treasure. They're both just cowering, by the way, now, and they're no longer feeding this thing. It's a pile of treasure. It looks like mostly silver, and it appears that that's where they were taking the stuff that they were feeding into this creature.
So I'm gonna.
And those are bars, by the way. That thing around it, it's like in a cage.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna step up to here, and I'm gonna ask one of these or both of these women. What is this in the cage?
The front one kind of stutters. I don't know. They just told us to keep feeding the silver to it, and all we do is every day, any silver we get, we just feed to this thing, and it just eats it. It's got a never-ending appetite.
And I kind of examine it from across the room, and I do a.
Any of us have any idea what this thing is?
Merrick, you are pretty sure it's what's called a Zorn. It's a kind of earth elemental that eats precious metals and gems.
Do I know if they're evil, or are they?
No, that's about the extent of what you know. This one seems pretty docile, or maybe bored. You're not quite sure, but it's just kind of sitting there.
I'm gonna try to talk to the Zorns. Hello, can you understand me?
It doesn't seem to respond.
So he says Zorn. Can I make some kind of knowledge or nature or arcana check? That'd probably be arcana, wouldn't it?
No, because I think that's more about the itself, or the creature itself. I think would be more like nature. If you're proficient in nature,
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So that's about what you got. The thing just seems to be kind of sitting there.
Well, should we take care of this thing too? Should we leave it? What do you think?
I'm gonna look to the women again. Do you ever feed it anything other than precious metals?
No, that's all it ever eats. Is it just, and the boss just has us feed it silver. That's all we feed it.
I look and I said that would be correct for what I know about these Zorn things.
Do you know to what end?
I think he just wanted to get rid of Silver.
Why would he want to get rid of Silver?
Because he's a
Oh,
He's
werewolves,
a
of
werewolf.
course.
Yeah. Well, actually, he was a dragon. He was a half dragon. By the way, would we be able to harvest anything off of a half dragon the same way we do the regular dragon?
You could
Yeah,
try.
claws and scales, like.
And probably not the claws, but the scales you probably could try if you guys want to try to do that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
I'm gonna
after this.
ask. I'm gonna ask the girls, like, were you prisoners here? Were you captured from the village?
Yeah, we're one of many prisoners here.
And I'm gonna step out of their way and say, well, the boss is dead, and you're free to go.
They kind
I'll step out of their way and gesture towards the door.
So they kind of skirt the wall. You can clearly tell they're a little, leery, and they get to this door and they just haul ass.
Okay, and I want to go over to this pile of treasure and just see what's there. Oh, you were already typing it out.
That's what's in the pile.
Oh, another silvered longsword.
Alright, so we're just gonna jam all this into the party inventory.
Sure. Little copy pasta.
Uh-huh.
Should we just leave this thing here?
If I reach the haft of my glaive towards the, like, in a non-threatening manner, if I just kind of push the haft of my glaive towards the bars, I'm not even going to push it in. Does it react aggressively, or does it react at all?
It's because its biology is so weird. It's hard to read the body language. Like you give a dog kind of cocks its head side to side, you can kind of read what it's doing, but you're just so unfamiliar with the biology of the creature. It's hard to read. So it certainly doesn't seem threatening, but if it has some kind of reaction otherwise, it's hard for you to tell.
I say we leave it here for now. We'll be coming back this way on our way out. We can decide what to do with it then.
Okay. Go find where this guy kept all of his non-silver stuff.
Sounds
There's
good.
a door right there.
Excuse me, pardon me. I'm gonna open the door.
What's this?
The room, as you guys kind of enter, it's completely dark and has a horrid smell. It's like a combined smell of urine, feces, and mildew, and it's like almost gag-inducing when you get in there.
I light a torch.
I have dark vision, but
as you light the torch, you see in the back of the room there's looks like 12 people kind of huddled in this back corner. 4 women, 7 children, and 1 old man. And one of them kind of walks up to you, and she says, "Baron, is he dead?"
Yes.
She's kind of like, really? Like she's kind of hopeful, but doesn't know if she quite believes you.
Do you want to come see his corpse?
We wouldn't be this far if we wasn't. Do you think? Don't you think?
Like you kind of see the tears running down these people's faces as they're like finally. Then they're like really disheveled. They look like they're slightly malnourished. They've clearly been in this room a long time. It's got no light. It's got a little pile of hay in the corner for some kind of makeshift bedding possibly. And as you'll see in the torchlight, that hole in the corner is where they kind of relieve themselves. And it's just a nasty place. And these people have clearly been in here for some length of time.
I'm gonna ask her. We found another prison with more cells. Do you know Was there a reason he was keeping you separated from them?
She says, "Yeah, we're the townspeople. He was holding us hostage to keep the cooperation of the people that lived in the town."
And we were looking for the.
This is what the band meant when they were talking about their families.
All right. Well, and we were talking to a guy who was looking for his daughter. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
She said, "That's me. I've been down here a few weeks. I'm really anxious to run back to see my father."
Let's take you back up there. I don't want to have these people go unattended. So let's all go up the thing together. Anything else we have to do down here? Did we collect gold from everybody,
we got everything,
including Emin? Ooh, that's a subject, but
I'll carry Emin out.
All right. Did you want to try to scale the Baron's scales, or is the one good for you guys?
I'm gonna go try. What the hell?
Okay.
Can we just say we did both during our short rest? Is that
Sure.
too hunky?
No, that's fine. No, that's good. You can do it. That would do it anyway. So, all right. So up to the next.
So we have 2 hides then.
Yeah, two white dragon hides.
Nice. All right, so we're all heading out.
One small, one medium. Because the half dragon one would be a little bit.
Ironically,
it's
smaller
living
than the
Emin.
I
It's
know, right?
Oh
Where'd he go?
no!
He's not there anymore.
You guys doing anything more on this level, or are you just heading on up?
Well, we searched everything, right?
There was the lady.
Oh, the lady.
You guys didn't do almost any searching in here. You blew through here real quick. You kind of went into these rooms, but you literally didn't search anything.
Yeah, we should search.
Oh, let me bring everyone else in here. Who we got? Who we got?
We should definitely search.
There's this guy.
I'm gonna bring Brennan in here.
This
and
girl, and
I'm gonna see if he can pick the lock. Is there like a lock on this this chest?
give me a moment and I'll tell you. So I assume you guys kind of escorted the people at least up to the stairs over there.
Yeah.
And then double back.
Well, was there anything up on the top floor in the tavern?
When you guys no, it seemed pretty quiet.
Okay, so then I guess we just let him go, and there's probably not anything else that's threatening in the actual town itself, I would hope. Kind of wanted to be there to see them reunited. Sad.
We could just tell them to wait at the top of the inn because we're not sure if it's safe to go out yet.
Seems reasonable. Yeah, I mean, actually, just have them stay here with us, Goose. Like, we're gonna search through, we're gonna make sure it's safe. You know.
So what are you guys doing? You're not setting them up. You're gonna keep the people's ears.
Keep them here for a minute. We're just gonna look through and make sure everything's safe.
We'll just put them in here for now. Just, like, go in there, lay down, relax.
Take a break for a second while we make sure this is clear.
So Crench, what are you trying to do in that bedroom? Are you the only one in there?
So you said there was a chest here when we were first
There
here?
is a chest. Yep.
Is it locked?
We want to have Brennan try to open it. Check for traps and open it.
It is not locked.
Okay.
So you're able to just pop it open.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do, it's not trapped.
Nice.
One moment.
I've already got the party inventory open.
Alright, I'm gonna let you just take care of that then, Grindel. Won't leave it alone. Ooh, nice.
So that's what was in that chest.
A small doll. Okay. Anything else in the room?
Make an investigation check.
Brennan, come help me with this.
All right, he comes and pokes around a little bit with you.
I didn't need
No.
You find a secret door right here.
Oh, secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Do we want to deal with this room first, or do we want to deal with this?
Heck no, I'm going down the secret door. Let's go.
Do you say that?
She's asleep. She'll be fine. Yeah, I'm like, found a secret tunnel over here.
But we've got people we got to protect over here, and I don't necessarily trust her.
All right, fine.
Just saying.
You convinced me.
Okay, so
We know where the secret door is. It's not going anywhere.
I'm gonna crack.
Brendan said he's gonna stand door. He'll just kind of watch this back door for you for now.
And keep an eye on this door too.
Sure,
Maybe
Goodrich is staying back here with the peeps.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go in. Is the old lady still there?
There is a form underneath the covers.
I'm gonna kind of look over it.
I'm gonna slash right into the. No, I'm kidding.
And I'm gonna just kind of peel the covers back with the haft of my glaive.
Okay.
Old lady still there?
She is still there, and as you lift open the blankets, it kind of, excuse me. It wakes her up, and she kind of like, it's dark in here, by the way. So assuming you're still holding the torch.
Yeah.
She kind of squints in the torchlight, and what is this? Honey, is that you?
I'm just gonna kind of look at Cringe again and go, "Who's Honey?"
And you can see her eyes are adjusting, and as she realizes that it's probably not who she thought it was, it's like, "Who are you? And where's Baron?"
I'm gonna look to Lucius. I'm gonna let him run the show here.
All right. I'm gonna say, my name is Lucius. I saw you on the stoop when we first came in.
She's naked, by the way, so she just kind of grabs the sheets up to kind of cover herself with.
Oh yeah, I don't keep her from doing that. That's fine.
That would be
I'm
to
like,
our
yes,
preference.
Yes, please.
Please cover yourself. And she says, "Yes, but you're not supposed to be here. Where is Baron?"
Oh, Baron, he's downstairs.
Make a deception check.
That's not a lie.
He is
It's true.
downstairs.
Make a deception check with advantage. There is certainly an implication that he's downstairs and okay.
Natural 20.
Okay, you're right. She says, well, who are you and why are you in his room?
Well, I'm Lucius. I played a dice game with him earlier. It was a good game. Why are you in his room?
She says, well, we share a room. It still doesn't explain why you're in here.
Oh, well, he didn't say anything about me not being able to explore this place, so I was just trying to get the lay of the land.
Make a deception check.
That's, again, not a lie.
I mean, does he have to make a deception check for every single thing he says? Wouldn't this carry over from his last check?
What exactly did you say to her?
I said he didn't say anything about me not being able to look around this place.
Well,
which is true.
that is true. It's a pretty selective wording there.
Silver tongue,
well,
man.
Yes, it is. I'll make another deception. 18. Oh, 19. She beat it.
She says, the Baron doesn't let anybody down here. She seems like really confused and maybe I'm not quite all with it.
I'm gonna nod and say, you're right. He doesn't let anyone down in here.
I'm gonna say, unfortunately for us, the Baron doesn't have a say anymore.
And you see this kind of look of horror go on her face. No, what have you done? What happened? Where is he?
Oh, he's downstairs, just like we said.
Why doesn't he have a say anymore? This is his place. What have you done to him?
Do you realize what he is?
She says, yes, he's my son, and she gets up out of the bed. She's kind of holding the sheets around her as a cape, and she starts stalking past you guys through the door.
Oh, we're not letting her leave.
No, yeah.
Okay.
We're standing in front of the door. Like
as soon as you try to restrain her, she transforms...
Well, we're not restraining her, we're just standing in front of her. so she can't.
She transforms.
She transforms into a werewolf, and you will roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Finally, we found the boss of this entire place.
The naked old lady.
Time. I was wondering when it was going to start to get interesting.
Oh no!
See, now I know for sure that this thing is wrong because I have a +3 to initiative, so it can't be a 2.
Yeah, that's just bizarre.
So we should not use that to roll initiative.
You're right.
Well, because like Merrick. Okay, so what it is, what you should have is what you should have, Jay, is a 5.
Sure.
Because see, Merrick rolled a 20, and that's a natural 20, right?
Right, and it's showing it's 20. So we can do it this way because it's nice that it populates it. We'll just add it.
Just add 3. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
So mine's a 23 then, because I have a total of. Well, I just have 0 bonus.
And you guys can change your own in the bottom.
Yeah.
Mine would be a 15.
I was just concerned because I didn't know what it was because it wasn't showing me. But
Totally.
That's fine.
Well,
that was pretty good though. I rolled up the same thing anyway.
What's that, Jeremy?
I just want to point out that don't worry, mine's going to be accurate when it does say negative.
Fair. Very fair.
Go ahead, Merrick.
And so all of our after a short rest, we get our spells back or not?
No, you do not.
It depends on your class.
Oh, I think you get your wild shapes back, don't you?
Yeah, wild shapes I do. I wasn't sure about the spells.
Yeah, spells do not come back unless it's a long rest.
Okay, so
Well, or unless you're a mage doing arcane recovery.
Time for the bear hug.
yeah. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cast because does a werewolf count as a shape changer?
Yes.
So I'm gonna drop a moonbeam right on this bitch.
Okay. So on a turn, or it starts first time on a turn. Okay, so
If a shape changer is making a saving throw with disadvantage,
Oh.
if it fails, it also instantly
right.
reverts to its original form and can't assume in a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Oh,
interesting.
shit.
Oh, great. So the spell, what's your spell? We already decided. It's 2 + 4 is 14, and it's a what's the save? Constitution save.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. So
Wow.
She made
she
it.
passes exactly
Just barely.
on a failed, but it still takes half damage, so she takes 4 damage.
And the moonbeam's still there.
And the moonbeam is still there. So on her next turn, she'll have to do it again or take damage.
Yep. And so the point is we can keep her in the moonbeam, which is the square that she's in.
Okay. Unless you have something else you're doing.
No one needs any healing, and no, I'm good.
You can still move though if you want.
Let's see. I can move out of the way for Brennan, I guess, but he can move by me without problem, right?
Yeah.
Yes. She'll move there. And she'll have to make another Constitution saving throws because she started her turn there.
Well, that's.
She passed. Roll damage again, though.
It doesn't say that it does damage on the cast, though.
Well, it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn. So that was Merrick's
Okay.
turn, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna roll 2d10.
2d10. So she takes 4 more points of damage.
And so if we can get her back inside of that, guys, though, we want to keep her inside of that. I don't think I can move the moonbeam.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, on your turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's an action to move it, but
Mhm.
probably worth it here.
And then she will. How long does your potion last? Is it still going?
A minute. It's not
Oh, yeah.
still going.
She will attack Crinch. So was that 11 points of damage?
Yep.
She looks like even in her werewolf form, it doesn't seem to pack quite the punch as the other ones. You think her age is definitely a handicap even in her werewolf form. Lucius.
I will. Toll the dead on her.
All right.
She is going to have to make a save.
I think it's is it con?
It is wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's
Nope.
a fail. Take 10 damage.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Crunch.
Going here, and then with flanking,
Sure.
I will attack with the great sword again. This thing's coming in handy in this town, I gotta say. Damn, not
Ooh,
this
not
time
right there,
though.
No.
And that's,
She manages to
that's my
duck out of the
turn.
way. Merrick.
Anybody else getting involved in this?
We can have Brennan roll. I don't think you guys will really need.
I'm gonna go ahead and move.
We don't
Move-
need anyone
Move
else.
the boom meme. Okay.
Yep, right on top of the bitch.
She will make a Constitution save. Where's the button?
That's a
And
fail.
She will fail it, so she will take
And-
the full damage. Roll 2d10. This is her natural form, so she won't revert to anything.
Oh,
But I mean, regardless, she takes a disadvantage on the damage save. so-
Would her natural form be that, or would it be that of a human?
Good question. I suppose it would be. My take would be as if she was a born lycanthrope or an acquired lycanthrope,
Right.
and she is not reverting. So you would, with
So
that,
she was born
you
lycanthrope?
would assume she was a born one. That's
Okay.
my.
So
view. That's
that was a were-dragon?
so in other
so
words,
she said.
this werewolf had sex with a dragon.
Apparently.
Gave
All
birth
right.
to a werewolf dragon baby.
She will make another con save for that thing.
Very
'Cause it's her
confused.
turn. She failed. Roll damage again. Merrick.
Sometimes even when I'm not Barrack, I can just stand back and just let it happen.
Ah.
See, there you go.
To continue to fight back on Crench.
Oof!
15
rage,
points
by
of
the way?
damage.
Well, I'm out of rages.
He's out of rages.
I've been out
I
of
thought you got
rages
some
for
back
a
after
while.
a short rest.
No, long rest.
15 points of damage is in her desperation. She just clamps onto your arm and starts shredding it.
Thank God I took that rest.
Lucius.
French is looking a little bit hurt, by the way. Well, actually, a little more than a little hurt.
He will bonus action.
With
Cringe.
great hesitation.
Begrudgingly.
Oh yeah, 4 hit points.
I mean, something.
You never know.
And she needs to. Yeah, she needs to make another save, another wisdom save.
Oh, the dad.
Sorry, repeat.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Thank you.
That's a success. No damage.
All right.
Wanna try and boop her again?
All right. You still have advantage.
Yep, that's a crit.
All right.
So the crits. Oh, that was
She
really.
did. She did.
That was a really
She
bad.
did.
See, every time I crit, it's also a knockout. It never. It always overlaps.
I mean, she had like 3 hit points left. so-
First world problems. Why can I do so much damage?
Why do I do so much damage when I crit?
All right.
By the way, the crit damage was awful. 112 for 3d6. Can't wait until I can use my axe again. That was a natural 1 and a natural 20. That's a great roll.
What now?
Let's
Well, I
search the
think we
room.
want to search the room that we're in.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is your investigation better or mine?
My investigation is
I have an 11.
me too.
A
I mean,
plus
plus
11?
one. You know, plus
Yeah,
one.
plus
Oh,
one.
plus 1. So it's the same. So yeah, we might as well just do individual rolls.
And I say, hey, Brandon, get in here and do an investigation.
All right. He will...
I got a 14.
I can't find anything in this room. Can I search
for-
the body?
Brennan actually has expertise in, in investigation.
Oh, nice.
Well, he should. He's a
Well,
rogue.
in that case, well, I guess it's too late. I rolled, but
I
from now
rolled
on,
a
I'll
7.
help him.
He rolled a 3, but luckily Merrick came to the rescue, and as the rest of you were dicking around in the bed sheets and the dresser, you peel back this bookcase, and there is a secret door.
Another secret door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go in there.
Okay, who's going first?
That'd be me. Well, wait.
Lucius
should it
will
be
be
me?
right behind.
I only have 16 health. I don't know. Anyone
Lucius
else
will
got...
go first.
All right, Lucius, go first.
I hand you a stack of good berries.
There you go.
Didn't we do that already today?
No. I've always got them ready.
All right. So do I guess get 10 health back from 10 good berries?
So this room has a light source in the ceiling. It's like a stone that seems to be kind of permanently giving off a hue. There's several, 4 large, beautiful paintings. 2 on the north wall, 1 obviously on the east, 1 on the south, and a small chest in the room.
What are they paintings of?
Make a history check.
13.
All right. A couple of them are portraits. One of them is a landscape. But for Lucius, the one on the south wall is done by a famous painter named Roland Avregard, and it's a portrait of the Midnight Violet.
I'm gonna say, Brennan, there's a chest in here, and I'm gonna start taking the painting off the wall. And
I'm
say,
gonna look behind
these
the
are very
paintings.
valuable paintings. We should take these.
Okay.
Actually, you know the bottom one, by the way, the one I gave you the information on, is worth a lot of money.
Yeah. And
Okay, as Brennan starts to check the chest for traps, as soon as you pull the painting off the wall, you hear a snap and a click, and the room starts filling with gas.
can I hold my breath?
Uno momento, por favor.
After we killed a bunch of werewolves and a half dragon and a baby dragon, we're gonna die in a room because we were stealing paintings.
Everybody in here needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
12.
I'm standing on the outside of it. Do I need to make a Constitution too?
Oh,
or-
wait. I'll use my Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh.
Is it D8 or a D6?
No, you don't need to make it. D6. And Brennan. That makes the difference, actually, because the
Okay.
DC is 14.
Whew.
And Brennan. Where's my boy Brennan? He's a Constitution save, and he passes. So everybody takes, instead of full damage, takes half. Half that damage. So everyone takes 3 points of damage
Oh.
as you guys all kind of cough and wheeze. But the room is filling up with this gas. But you do have the painting off the wall, Lucian.
Okay.
Can we grab the chest? Can I grab the chest and run out of the room?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Brennan grabs the painting, and so you guys get the chest and the painting out of the room, but there's still 2 more paintings in there.
All right. I'm gonna go back in and grab another painting.
Okay, make a Constitution save.
I'm gonna hold my breath and do it. Can I do
15.
You can, but you still have to make a Constitution save.
that? Oh. Can we wait for the gas to dissipate and just?
You can wait some amount of time. Depends on how long you're willing to wait, if it dissipates or not.
Okay.
You take 1 point of damage, Lucius, but you do go in, grab the portrait, and get out.
I'll go ahead and just do it. That's fine.
Yep.
There's what? There's 2 more?
One
one
more,
more.
because
One
Brennan
more.
grabbed one on there.
Okay, then, yeah. On save. Hello, there you are.
Oh no.
So take 3 points of damage. Wow, because I rolled terribly.
No, alright. So we've got 4 paintings in the chest now in this room.
4 paintings in the chest. Brennan now continues to investigate the chest.
might be trapped.
What
Well,
was
I
your
thought it was
first
really
clue?
funny though that you told him to do the like check the chest while I rip this painting off the wall. He checks the chest very successfully and it is not trapped.
Is it locked?
It is locked though. So
Does Brendan have a set of lock picks?
He does.
Okay, cool. Oh, right, because he's a rogue. He would have that in his starting.
Right.
I know that because I play a rogue now on Mondays.
Yes, you do. So hold on, let me. And he's actually an expert in thieves' tools.
Nice.
And manages to pop the lock.
Never pop and lock. That's like the worst thing.
Did you already add the paintings to the party inventory? Okay, so put 1 painting worth 2,000 gold pieces, and then
What?
and 3 paintings worth 200 gold pieces.
I mean, yeah, they don't translate directly, but... Plus, I wonder if people are gonna think we stole these.
Well, if nothing else, there might be a recovery fee.
Yeah.
Maybe our thief friends back in town will want to buy them. There's got to be an underground market.
And that's what's in the chest.
A leather sack worth 500?
Oh, with 500 gold pieces
Oh,
inside. not
okay.
With a leather sack with 500 gold pieces.
I'm gonna toss the ring to Merrick and say, do you wanna detect magic on this?
This is the new ring, right?
Mhm.
And I cast.
It is indeed magical. So when you put it in party inventory, put down 2 magic rings.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out what those are.
And by the way, when you have your detect magic on, you're looking this, you don't even realize, but the silvered longsword as well that you guys picked up at the bottom is also glowing magical. So you can put a magical silvered longsword.
So is there a difference between a longsword and a greatsword?
Yes.
Okay. Longsword.
You
I think
can
was less
two-hand a
than-
longsword.
You can
but you
two-hand
also-
a longsword, but it's not a
But you
great
can
weapon.
one. But you
it's
can one-hand it as well.
versatile. Okay.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
So it will do less damage, but
But I think your great weapon master just says when you use a weapon two-handed, right? We have to look at the wording of that if you want to.
Yeah, I will go look at the.
Sure. But either way, what are we doing now?
we're going to this door.
Okay, who's going in first?
I would imagine.
Sure, I
Cringe.
will. Oh, Cringe will.
Whoever you guys want to do.
Sure, I'm still somewhat healthy.
The door kind of opens with a squeak, and as you slide the door open, you see there's kind of flickering candlelight in the other room. And you see if you remember from the very first night in the tavern, the halfling that was dressed and looked like the Baron is sitting here at that desk, look at like some papers. As you guys walk in, you kind of
Like finally, someone non-threatening we can talk to.
Merrick, you notice while you guys are in there, Brennan is looking through all of these bookshelves, and he's taking some of them off the bookshelf and putting them in his bag.
I said, Brennan, what are you doing?
It says looking for some quality reading.
I'll look at him and say, we'll get into that later. I didn't realize you were such a reader.
He just kind of absentmindedly nods, but he's like looking through each one. Occasionally, he picks one out and puts it in his bag and kind of keeps going through them.
Am I noticing anything about them? Are they like magic books? Are they novels?
Oh, you still have detect magic on, so none of the books are magical that he's picking up.
But they're not books of magic, is what I'm saying.
It's hard for you to tell, but the ones that you notice, they don't seem to be books.
Well, a spell tome would detect as magic.
It would, yeah. A spell tome would, but a book about magic wouldn't. But a book of magic would.
Okay.
By the way, Goose, for what it's worth, Great Weapon Master does specify it has to be a heavy weapon. So
Okay,
a
well,
longsword would not do it.
Also, Brennan gave you guys back that short sword that was Aemon, so you add that to your party inventory.
Or just leave it here.
+1 short sword cursed, or you could leave it here. Sure, you could do that.
I can remove the curse on it soon.
Oh, okay.
Like as soon as
Nice.
you level up, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he seems to be done with the books in here, and then you see him walk out of the room, and it looks like you hear him shuffling through books in this other room. Meanwhile, he kind of startles when he goes in there and holds up his hands. The halfling.
All right, man. What's the deal with this place?
And as Cringe asks that, I'm just gonna put the blade of my glaive against his throat. I'm not gonna push hard, but it's against his throat.
He says, "What do you mean?"
I'm gonna push the glaive.
I'm gonna lean in and kind of, puff up my chest a little bit, and you're gonna tell me everything about this place, or my friend here is gonna run you through.
What do you want to know?
I'm gonna look over to Lucius and shake my head. I'm like, I think you're just gonna have to run him through. He doesn't seem very talkative.
He says, "No, just ask me what you want. I don't know what you want to know."
Everything you know about this town, the people in it, what's going on with these damn werewolves. Tell me now.
Tell me now.
Tell me now. That the Baron has grand aspirations, and he wanted to start small and build up a army or a group of werewolf followers. And he was trying to rid the area of adventurers and silver, and then he was going to take his army, and I don't know what to do with it.
To what end?
I don't know.
And what's your role in all this?
Well, I at first I really liked the Baron. I admired him. He was nice, but the more time I spent with him, he just got so mean. Are you guys going to kill him?
I'm gonna shake my head.
I'm just gonna
Lucius,
look
like,
at Cringe and grin.
I'm gonna shake my head like I don't want to tell him anything yet.
I want to insight check what he said about
not really
liking
being
the Baron.
involved. Yeah.
Okay, roll insight.
Hey.
I am sometimes insightful.
He seems to be pretty forthright.
I'm gonna look over at the chest. I'm gonna be like, is that thing locked or trapped?
And he said, "No, it's open."
Insight
Alright.
check again. Is it locked or trapped?
He seems to be truthful.
Is there anyone we would have to worry about outside of this inn, and this level and the level below? Outside of that, is there anyone we would have to worry about in the town?
Well, no, the Baron controlled everything. Anybody that was a threat to him is long gone local.
And none of his henchmen, none of his, werewolf disciples, any of them would be outside of this building?
Not to my knowledge, but I didn't know everything that he did.
So if we told you that we were here to kill the Baron, would you show us the way?
Well, sure. I always had this dream that to get rid of him and take over this tavern for myself.
I pipe up at this point and I say, "In what way?"
He said, "What do you mean? There have been many who came through here and tried to get rid of him. You guys look scary, but no one's been successful so far."
But when you said take over the tavern, do you mean as a werewolf master?
I was, "Oh no, I'm not a werewolf. I want to have a tavern."
Insight check. Is he telling the truth?
He seems to be.
I'm gonna pull out the 2 dragon hides that we have.
Those are on my inventory.
Well, they're in the party inventory.
No, specifically those.
Oh,
I
okay.
picked those up. Yeah.
I'm gonna tilt my head to you and I'm gonna say, "Show him."
So I'm gonna pull out of my bag 2 bloody hides, one in my left hand and one in my right hand, and just smile with the big grin on my face.
He goes, "Finally! Finally!" And he kind of starts hopping around a little.
I will have taken the glaive away from his throat at this point so he doesn't kill himself on my glaive.
No, I say let it happen.
Because I can't believe somebody finally did it.
And what's your name, little one?
I'm Mitchie.
Mitchie. So, Mitchie, if we let you take over this tavern, are you gonna make sure that people here are not eating for fun?
Well, I mean, as best I can. I wasn't able to stop it before.
I'm gonna look at him and say, Mitchie, do you realize there's an elemental in the basement?
So yeah, I don't know where he got that from. Somebody must have given it to him. But that was part of his ploy to. It was a nice, easy way to get rid of all the silver.
Is it hostile?
Only if you don't feed it for a long time. Well, not even a long time, just a little while.
How
You
long?
think it can get out of that cage?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot about that, but if it can eat silver, I don't see why it couldn't just chew through the cage. I always thought it was kind of weird. It just stayed in there.
Well, we should probably take care of that before we leave too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that.
So since this is now your tavern, how much are you paying us for taking care of the elemental down below?
He says, "Well, I don't really have much money. All of my worldly possessions are pretty much in this room."
And
It
Where
sounds to me like
would the Baron have kept all of his riches?
my insight check when he says all his worldly possessions are in the room.
That's pretty close to accurate. He goes, "Well, he has an office upstairs, and I don't. He doesn't keep a lot in there, but he doesn't keep a lot in his room. So I assume he has someplace to keep it that I'm just not aware of."
Does he does he live here, or does he have a residence somewhere else?
No, he lives across the hall. Usually, the old woman would sleep during the night, and he would sleep during the day. They shared a room. It was really weird.
Yeah, we killed his mom too.
Oh, she wasn't his mom, despite what she says.
Well, she's dead.
Well, we
How do
still
you know
haven't
she
really
wasn't his mom?
I just know they had a weird relationship. I think she liked to look at him as her son, but I don't think he looked at her as a mother. I don't know. It was kind of creepy.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're not going to get to open this chest. This is all his stuff. It seems like we have gone through this whole place and haven't figured out where the Baron's keeping all of his stuff. Either that, or he didn't have all that much stuff.
Well, I mean, we did find a painting worth 2,000 gold.
Well,
And there was
fair.
500 gold pieces in that chest.
And
Okay.
a sack with 500 gold chest
Yeah.
pieces in it. And it was linked. It was in a secret door linked to their room. So that was probably his stash.
Found 2 magic rings and a magic longsword. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And my cleric can use martial weapons. I could use that longsword, maybe.
Ooh.
So I say,
All right.
Mitchie, is there anything in the chest that we could use to help with the elemental we're about to go kill for you downstairs?
He says, "No, there's no weapons in there. At least not anything more than what you guys have."
Well, if we're gonna try and fight the elemental, which I am not a big fan of, I think.
Oh no, wait, there is something that might help you. And he kind of runs over. He's like, excuse me, and kind of runs over. He pops it open, and he hands you up 2 potions.
Potions of healing? Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean... we could do it, but... it might just be easier to keep feeding things silver. Well, I mean, have him keep feeding things silver.
Do we have any idea how tough this thing might be?
Not really.
I'm definitely not doing it without a long rest. I can tell you that much right now. I'm not doing it tonight.
Yeah,
We could
well,
maybe just have our little friend here keep feeding it silver, and maybe we'll come back tomorrow and deal with it. Or if not, then you just have to keep giving that thing coins.
Mitchell, assume that rooms are on the house for us tonight.
Just of course.
So we tell it he needs to go feed it silver.
Yeah. Feed that thing silver. Keep it happy for the night. We'll take care of it for you in the morning.
He's like, okay, I guess. Is it still in that cage?
Still in the cage.
That's where we left it.
Okay, and he kind of squeaks by you guys and then runs off. You see Brennan kind of came into the room at the last minute. He starts looking over this table and he starts grabbing some pages off it.
What do you got there, Brennan?
She says, I'm taking some handwriting samples.
Smart. Finally, someone who could be the brains of this group. I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Alright.
Alright, it looks like we're clear up here. Let's get everybody upstairs.
You moved me before I wanted to move.
Oh, my mistake.
We need to go check this up here.
Hold on, let me get everybody here.
We never went in this room.
Where? Oh yeah, this top room. Probably
We didn't
just...
go in here, and we didn't go in here, which I'm guessing this is another bathroom.
Okay, well, go up there and find out.
I will open the door.
I'm not on the map.
Oh, my mistake. I thought I got everybody. Yes, Crench opened the door, and it appears to be an office. There's a desk. There's some barrels off to the side, and like a chest of drawers to the right.
I'm gonna call Brennan over, and I'm gonna help him search the room.
Okay.
$25.
He tosses you a small pouch with 50 gold pieces, and there's also a key in there.
What might this key be for?
Brennan kind of shrugs. He goes, well, I picked the lock in his chest.
That makes sense.
And you see Brennan start to go through the papers on the desk again and grab a couple of them and shove them in his bag.
Nothing else in the room?
When did Brennan go from kind of wide-eyed lovable to I am expert thief, I forge everything?
Somewhere on the ride here.
I was going to say right about the time that Emin died, and he's the only one you got now.
That's fair.
Alright, well. I'm gonna go to the room I was assigned, and I'm gonna go sleep for the night.
Alright. Well,
Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna take a peek around. Is everybody still here?
the entertainers are still up front. And the townspeople that you released seem to have gone back, except for the entertainers' family. There's 3 or 4 of them with the entertainers themselves. And so definitely when you guys come up there, they're very grateful and being reunited with their family and happy to hear that the Baron has been killed. And after thanking you, they bug off.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go get some sleep, I think, for the night. And when we wake up in the morning, we can check on the town. And
as you guys were, oops, wrong thing. Go. As you guys were getting your thank yous and kind of finishing over, checking out what's going on, the little Mishy runs back up here. He goes, "It's gone.
It's gone.
gone.
The thing is gone. The gate was chewed through it, and it's gone."
Shit.
Did you search for it?
God, no. I saw it was gone, and I ran up here.
Well, Mitchie, enjoy your tavern, and I start heading for the door.
Do we wanna have a watch for the night and sleep
Well,
up here and see if
we've
we can find it?
fought a freaking whatchamacallit, an elemental before. It was terrifying. Because that air elemental was like, it almost killed all of us.
So I'm gonna look at Crench, and I'm gonna say, Crench, you want to kill a lich, but an elemental in the basement has you freaked out.
I'll tell you what. Let's go down. Let's lock the thing in the basement, and let's try to sleep for the night, and we'll try and take care of it in the morning. We can bar the door, and we can lower the elevator, and it shouldn't be able to get up here.
Raise the elevator.
Oh, you're right. Raise the elevator.
I mean, it has either way. It does have controls at top and bottom, but that's certainly no problem. You guys can run down once there. You rebar the door and put the elevator wherever you would like it to be.
And yeah, we'll have someone stay on watch in shifts. We'll have somebody just kind of sit at the bottom of the stairs of the
No, just sit upstairs here in the hallway.
Well,
I mean, one way for it out.
You can just sit like right at the bottom of these stairs, and if it starts hitting the door or something, people will have time to run up and wake us all up. You'll be able to actually see the hallway and the door and everything.
It'd be the same if we stayed like right where me and Gudrus are in this hallway.
Except we wouldn't see it coming until it was almost there, like upon us.
While you guys are discussing this, you see Brennan go behind the counter. He starts grabbing a bunch of bottles, and he walks amongst you and just hands each of you a bottle while you're discussing it.
Okay, that's a good idea. It doesn't really matter how we do the watch. I'm going to sleep.
Okay, you guys so set a watch, rotate. You sleep through the night. Nothing seems to happen, and wake up in the morning. You did have an appointment, Quotey Fingers, with that dude who called you guys up here.
I think we gotta go take care of the thing first. I don't want this. Sure. It's an earth elemental, first of all, so I'm worried it might like
burrow through the earth.
So
right.
While I was sleeping, I kept thinking about earth elementals and really processing and really trying to remember, and I didn't remember shit unless you give me the advantage on that.
Nope, definitely not. You know kind of the basic knowledge of what you had from before. Okay. Which is that is an earth elemental and it eats stuff, but you don't really know what it's capable of.
I'm gonna ask Brennan if any of those books he picked up are on earth elementals.
I don't think so, but he kind of pours through his thing there, and he's doesn't look like it. Nothing that I see in here.
All right. Well, let's go downstairs and see if we have an earth element to deal with. Let's see. I'm gonna change my spells. So, just a sec.
Do we level up to level 5?
Yes.
You mean we skip level 4 entirely, or are we? We are level 4.
You are level 4. Yeah.
Ooh. So can we level before we fight this thing?
Well, we'll do this first. So you guys go downstairs and lower yourselves down the elevator, walking in the place that still smells of dog and mold. And you open up that room, and just like Mitchie described it, the cage appears to have been chewed through.
Yeah.
Chewed through. And there doesn't seem to be any sign of the Zorn.
Nowhere in the bottom level.
It doesn't seem to be anywhere. And not only does it not seem to be anywhere other than the chewn through cage, there doesn't seem to be any sign of it.
No exit point. It didn't chew through a wall and burrow into the earth.
None of that. That's what you would think, but there is not any sign of where it went. You're completely baffled.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I guess let's go back up and have that meeting with the dude and the thing.
Okay. So Mitchie happily makes you guys breakfast. He's kind of whistling while he does it. And you hear him kind of muttering to himself about how he's going to need a new staff and he's going to have to redecorate. He's kind of like, seems to be like planning his life out as you guys are sitting there at the table.
Does he seem to be doing that in happily or begrudgingly?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
very much so. So you guys, what did I knew I gave that guy a name. Shit. Zombie.
See if I can get to my notes first.
I know. Let's see if we can get
Probably
there
not. The town furrier.
first. Mm-hmm.
Oh, could we have identified some of those magic items over the
Yes.
long rest?
Absolutely.
Tarrowin.
Tarrowin, thank you. Each of you can identify one magic item during the long run.
I'll identify one of the rings, I guess.
I will identify the silvered longsword.
Okay. The longsword is a +1 silvered longsword.
Okay. I'm gonna
And-
add that to my weapons.
Okay, if you're taking it, make sure you take it out of party inventory.
I'm gonna give Merrick one of the other rings and ask him to do that one.
Okay. And both of the rings are the same thing. They're both rings of protection.
Ooh.
What
Holy
does that-
shit, those are good.
What does that do?
I'll
+1 AC.
give it to you. No, in 5th edition, it's actually even better.
+2 AC, I think.
Nope. +1 AC and +1 to all your saving throw.
Ho!
Shit.
So
What's-
how do I? I'm
There
gonna
you
keep
go.
that on my. I'm gonna take that.
Now remember, you can
Yeah.
only have 3 items attuned. The ring of protection do require attunement. You have 2 of them.
Yeah,
I
I
have
think
2 of them.
I'll attune to one
No,
of
well,
those.
the collective you has 2 of them. You guys have 2 of
How
them.
do I add +1 to my saving throw? Oh, it's right there.
There you go.
saving throws. Come on.
So something I wanted to specifically tell you, Andrew.
Mhm.
I read this when I was reading the druid thing. Is when you shape change, you
Mhm.
can choose to shape change and have all your crap fall on the floor.
Right.
You can shape change and have it like just change your stuff change with you, your clothes. Or you can shape change and have it stay on you. So if you wear something that what you change into could conceivably wear, you could keep those items working while you're in animal form.
Your clothes are gonna tear off though.
Well, right. But if you had like a necklace, for example,
hmm
and if you changed into something that it could
Doesn't have a
theoretically
neck so big that the necklace
that'll-
will break.
correct, or like if you had like a bracelet and then you change into something that bracelet could be a ring for.
That
Something like
being
that?
said, if it's a magical item, it will, and you're attuned to it, it will change its shape to fit you.
There you go. So,
So-
the short version is you can use that while it'll stay at that stuff will stay on you in
Cool.
bear form.
How much dice is the longsword?
+1. It's a +1 silver.
No, how many dice is it?
What do you mean?
1d8.
Oh, 1d8. Yeah, 1d8. Unless you wield it two-handed, then it's 1d10.
Oh well, it's gonna be 1d10 because I don't use no shield.
There you go.
So how do we? So the ring of protection. If I do all that, how do I actually?
Put it on your character sheet.
Yeah.
So put it on your inventory,
Okay.
and then if you
So you're going to go to the main screen that you have,
core
Mhm.
stats.
and on the left at the bottom to saving throws, you're going to turn that 0 into a 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And then for your AC,
Go under armor.
Yeah, you're going to go under armor.
Just type in ring of protection and make it 1, and
Yep.
it should add.
Oh, base AC of 1?
No, magic.
No,
bonus.
magic bonus. Okay.
Yeah, magic bonus 1. That should work. I just did it for.
Now see, mine has AC worn armor of 1 and then AC no armor of 16.
Correct,
I'm
because
really
you're not
confused.
wearing armor, so you have no armor when you're worn.
But normally it should be 17. That now,
Why should
if
it-
I'm wearing the ring.
Correct. So on
So it's AC worn armor is 1.
check unarmored with it, and as the base AC, just put 1, and it will add to it. or magic bonus 1. But if you don't check unarmored, it won't add it to you.
Oh, okay. So I get. Okay, never mind.
Right.
I'll just go by what it says with the AC, no armor.
You go. Right, that's what you should be going.
Like, so if I select unarmored, my AC goes up to 26 for unarmored, but that's not accurate for me.
Okay, that's fair.
So that should
Anyway,
put yours at like what, 17 now, Jay? Or
17 now, yeah.
nice. So Jay's got 1 ring of protection, Andrew's got the other, and then Grendel's got the long.
Yep.
Perfect.
Cool.
My AC is at 16 now.
Very beautiful. And then you guys still have the cursed short sword, or did you get rid of that?
We're gonna hold
We've
on
still got
to
it.
it because he can.
We're gonna put it in the inventory.
Yeah, so definitely put that in the inventory. Delete the silver potion out of there, and you guys can worry about the rest of that. Like, and the 2 magic rings. Delete those out of there.
And I want to roll my HP now because I'm excited.
All right. So you guys go to see what did I say his name was?
The dude.
8, nice.
The Terra. What did I say his name was, Jay?
Terrawin.
Terrawin. And you knock on the door. He answers quickly, and he's there with the daughter, the girl you talked to. He's just over the mood. You can tell he's been crying, and he's excited. He gives you guys all hugs, and he apologized. He was just scared, and he didn't know what to do. He knew that the Baron would kill her if he found out he sent for help. So he panicked after he sent, but now he's so glad that he did, and how happy he is that you guys managed to find her. And then he says, I really don't have much in the way of money to offer you, but I did manage to get this in my travels, and I think it will aid you more than it will aid me. And he gives you a glass jar that has a little rope tied around it with like a, what's the word? The kind of paper that's like, God damn it. It's like a paper tied over the top, and you guys have that.
What is this?
It's right there for you.
Yeah, but we're asking him.
Oh.
What is this? Oh, this glass jar. One dose of this ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
Nice.
Does it refill?
You guys have 4 doses.
And I asked him. I said, "Where do you get this? Where did you find this?"
He says, well, I do a little bit of, in addition to the ferry, I also do like little supply runs off to the side, and somebody just left it on my cart. I have no idea where it came from, and I've just had it here. I don't really have any use for it in my day-to-day, but I figured folks in your line of work, you just might.
So, would Lucius think that this might solve Gudrus's issue?
No, because she's been cured of the disease, but she needs to recover her ability points, which is a different.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
Like, we know she needs greater restoration, but
Correct.
I didn't know if this would apply that. Okay.
All right. So, anything? You guys do see that?
So, wasn't there like a? Wouldn't there have been like a listed price amount for the?
No,
I guess there
remember
wasn't.
there's no listed. When you
So
guys buy
this,
them, you don't.
So this was the prize for doing the mission. Or okay. Oh, all right.
But I mean that's honestly it's a pretty good item.
Sure.
Well, 20. I mean, you guys paid 25 gold for the contract. 25 gold pieces for that
Yeah.
is a smoking deal.
Okay.
And plus we also got 560 gold plus another 2,000 plus another
Sure,
600 for the paintings maybe.
I'm just trying to squeeze the blood from the stone, man. That's
And the silver daggers weren't magical, correct?
I
they are
was
just silver
sated when I understood that this was the prize for doing the thing. So yeah. Well, you did the right thing. Even if you weren't standing up to him directly, you did the right thing, putting in the order. We're glad we could help.
And he says, "Thank you so much," and and that's that.
All right.
So, anything else you guys want to do while you're in town here?
Well, the town was kind of a shithole, other than the tavern, wasn't it?
Yeah, the buildings were all a
Now-
little run down, other than that's correct.
Now the tavern is definitely amongst
Also
the
part of the
shitholes.
shithole.
Yeah. So I guess now we're just gonna load up the cart and make our
Move
way
on to the next
to,
town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going into the
If we had-
forest for this next part, right?
We had a lady to save, was it? No.
No,
that's the one we
someone
just
said
did.
just protect the town. I think was the.
Yeah.
That
Protect
you're
the town.
you're correct.
Well, I mean, didn't we just protect the town? I mean, come on.
Different town.
All right, let's go protect the next town, I guess.
So a couple of results as a byproduct of this, as Jay noticed, Brennan we now consider Brennan graduated. He is now a full-fledged member of the party. So that means that I'm going to pass him to Jason to now that he is kind of knows the teamwork. So Jay will control him in combat and in dungeoneering. So that means if you want him to investigate, I'm not going to do that. You got to do that.
Ooh. Okay.
I will control his role playing, his out of combat, and with some discussion with you guys, his level ups and how his character sheet progresses. So let me do.
Cool.
Nice.
So let me now. All players can edit and control Brennan with his new fancy veteran token. On the first night in town, when you guys are getting ready to take off, Gudris actually says that she's not going to be with you anymore. She's decided to head elsewhere. She tells you that she can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've done for her.
Well, if she sticks with us long enough, we will be able to restore her full health. She doesn't want that?
She says, I do, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life chasing something that I may or may not find. So I'm going to, I need to make something of my life now that I've been given a second chance. So she's heading to the south. She bids you all farewell and gives Brennan a little bit more of a tearful goodbye than the rest of you.
Lucius squints at Brennan while that's happening.
That's too bad. I really was enjoying having a bard on the team. Wow.
Second question. You have Amon's coin, unless you're going to bury him with it. You guys can add 129 gold pieces to the party inventory.
Yeah, which we'll dole out after this is done.
And
we'll just post.
Once again, unless you're going to bury him with it, you can add an extra Tor token to your party inventory.
Yeah.
I think we should bury him with it.
Those tokens are kind of expensive, and we can use them giving them to other people. Like, they're actually useful.
Like certain sorcerers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anybody hear me, or was that too quiet?
We heard you.
we had one extra, and now, we would have his. We'd have 5, and
Right.
I don't know if we haven't given one to Brennan,
Have
but
not.
we're gonna have 2 more next week. We really want to give them to, maybe.
So decide if you're going to keep the token or bury him with it, and also where are you going to lay Emon to.
Is there a cemetery at or near the town?
Yes, there is.
I think that's the
we're-
ticket.
Yep. We'll
What about
find a plot there and perform the full ceremony of Ilmater with honors.
and this of course Gudris does attend this before she takes her departure. What about the rest of his equipment? He does have some other stuff. I don't know if you guys want it. It's up to you.
We'll take the spare thieves' tools and give them to Brennan.
Okay.
So he's got an extra set.
Dagger, short sword, short bow, studded leather.
I think we'll bury him in his armor.
Sure.
We might as well just leave the weapons in the cart. Like,
Okay.
They're
So
good
add
weapons.
add to party inventory short sword, dagger, and short bow.
Did he have anything else?
Not really.
Okay.
Unless, I'm going off his character sheet, so Jeremy, if there's something not on there, let me know.
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm trying to find his character sheet. I might have
And
burned
are you
it.
looking in Roll20 or are you looking there?
I'm
Let's
looking on my
see.
paper.
Okay, yeah, because I already archived his sheet, so you won't be able to find it, but I can unarchive.
Okay.
So you said you could remove the curse on this thing?
When he gets to 5th level, you'll have access to remove curse. For the purposes of this, we will say that you did so, if you want to, Grendel.
Sure.
And
And
we'll
now
just
that
give that to Brennan.
and that short sword is now a +1 short sword that is not curse.
Okay.
It's going to Brennan, apparently.
Yeah. So I'll put that in on his character sheet.
Oh, we got it. Okay, cool.
I'm
Yeah,
controlling
yeah,
him
but-
now. I'm willing to do the work.
All right, and put it in his inventory as well. Try to keep those up to date.
Sure.
I actually didn't do that when I made him, so I'm going to add him in inventory. So by the time we play next time, it will be.
Oh,
there.
I'm adding his inventory stuff. You can feel free to do that too, but
Well, I mean his starting gear. I never really put that in there.
sure. Well, like right now, I'm putting like two
Sure.
lock
So,
or two
The
thieves tools.
we'll say you guys spend a day or so in town, kind of wrapping stuff up. And as you guys are having dinner that night, Brennan brings up the conversation. He says, he says he wants to be a full member of the party, and he knows he's not quite as strong as the rest of you, nor has he invested the gold, but he does think he's entitled to a half share. And he goes, and while I appreciate Crench willing to take that out of his, I don't think that's fair. I think I should just get a half share.
But so by half share, does he mean like?
So basically, you guys, let's say you guys got 100 gold pieces. For every 10 of that, he would get 5. So
When we
you'd
split
have
it.
you'd have to split, right? So you'd have to. So let's say there'd be 5 of you plus Brennan, or let's say there are 4 of you plus Brennan. You would actually divide the total by 9. He would get 1/9, and you guys would each get 2.
Yeah, I would say that you definitely deserve that, you know, and you've been contributing just about as much as everyone else lately, and you know, and I agree, even though you didn't make the initial investment, you're putting in your work now. You definitely deserve half share, and maybe if things keep going the way they're going, maybe someday a full share.
And okay, so we'll take that with him. So for now, we're not going to do the party inventory tonight, but whenever somebody does the math, he's going to get his half share. The other thing is, as you guys get on the road over the next couple of days, you notice there has been a little bit of a change in Brennan. He is constantly reading those books, and he seems to have taken those notes and is attempting to duplicate them. He's always the first one to wake up in the morning unless he's on watch. He's doing stuff like tying a rock and dragging it around, and he's constantly kind of training and exercising. He seems to be a little fanatical about it. Actually, some kind of something within him has kind of changed his approach to how he goes about his day-to-day life.
Does it seem suspicious?
You can ask him.
But no, watching him, does it seem suspicious? Like, is it
worrisome, or does it just seem like he's trying?
is he just being a go-getter, or is this something where we need to be like,
I think just kind of, you know, it would be worrisome in the same way it would be worrisome if your friend just kind of started changing differently all of a sudden. Like, there's nothing inherently worrisome about what he's doing, but how quickly his kind of routine has changed, and how kind of that switch flipped is a little bit disconcerting. It's not what he's doing, but it's just how all of a sudden it was like 0 to 100 at him.
yeah.
Well, noticing this, I think I'll go ahead and ask him about it.
And Lucius would like to be in earshot of this conversation.
And so is Merrick, and Merrick is doing an insight. While
We're all
Crench-
traveling on the road. I mean, it's not like it's
Yeah.
Sure. He says he doesn't answer at first. and and after a few minutes, he says, "You know," he kind of looks at Crench and he says, "You know, look at you. You're the strongest person I've ever met. You're fast. You're impossible to bring down. Because I don't have any of those things." And he looks at Lucius. He says, "Lucius can channel the divine. And I can't do that." And he looks at Merrick and he goes, "He can turn into a freaking bear. I can't do that." And we went down to rescue those people, and you can see like tears are welling up in his eyes. He's like, you can't tell if he's like angry or like so sad that he's like rageful. And he's
I
like,
cast calm emotions on it.
and he goes, "Eamon did something stupid, and now he's dead. I mean, I knew when I chose to go down the..."
He died as he lived.
He died.
It's true.
He died as he lived.
He said, "You know, I knew when you guys gave me this opportunity that it would be dangerous, but my eyes are open. I never realized what it entails. It sounds stupid, but what we do is really dangerous."
So he's, instead of balking and running,
He's leaning into it.
He's
He said,
leaning into it. Yeah.
"So if I'm going to die, I'm not going to die because I didn't prepare to face what's ahead of me."
Well, Brennan, sounds about as far away from stupid as you can get. I'm gonna start training with him.
Yeah.
And he says,
Lucius will just clap him on the shoulder and then go back to whatever he was doing. Just like a, "Yep, you're good on you."
so Crench, as you get up to join the training with him, he goes, "No, Crench, we're going to do something different." And he beckons you to sit down.
Okay.
He pulls out one of the books and he says, "I'm going to teach you how to read."
Sounds like a good plan. I'd hate to die because I read a sign wrong and went down the wrong path.
Lucius is gonna pipe up and go, "Actually, there are some signs that if you read them, they explode."
Insight check.
No, there absolutely are. That's more of a meta thing. That, yeah, one of the favorite traps
Okay.
in like 3.5 was like, "Oh, it's a thing made out of runes. Oh, you read them? Yeah, that thing exploded in your face."
And as you guys have kind of been watching this behavior, you notice a lot of the books that he took were Elven. He seems to be trying to figure out how to read Elven or possibly speak it.
Nice.
So I look at him and I say, "Why Elven?"
Sometimes you need to know the language of the enemy.
I will sit down with them and say in Elven, "Just so," and help them both with Elven.
Beautiful. So you guys, the next town, Kelbar, that you're going to is only a few days away. After your heart-to-heart with Brennan to make sure he wasn't going a little crazy, and after a somber ceremony to lay Eamon to rest, and after a tearful goodbye, and more so for others, to Gudris, who, even though you guys have only known her for a few weeks, it kind of feels like longer.
Yeah.
I think we've known her for a week, not even a few. We met her on the road to here.
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you go through harrowing things together, that's what happens.
100% true. You guys set off on the road to Kelbar, and that's where we'll pick up next week.
You fucking suck.
Well, it took us a while to get through the rest of that dungeon. Like, I thought we were near the end, but
We were.
there was a
but
lot.
then there was a
a
lot
lot.
of mop up.
Okay, there was a lot of mop up because you guys burned through the first part of it so fast to try to get down there.
Right. Great game tonight, Goose. That was
Thanks,
fun.
man. Yeah.
That was good times.
All right,
I
so
feel-
we level
I feel
up
like
to 5.
if we had taken a long rest, a lot of those people would have been dead. I feel like
Well, maybe, but also there were some potions of healing you guys never picked up on the way down there either. I was like, oh crap! I hope they don't need that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, guys, my movement
Oh.
speed is now 50.
So I'm changing how I'm doing
Thank God.
experience. So
Oh.
we're not doing experience numbers anymore. I'm going to give portions of a level. And then
Okay.
in lieu of the bonus experience for ideas, I'm going to start using the inspiration die like I gave to Jay when he said, let's hide that thing, because that's going to work out really good for Merrick. So you were at 5th level by experience before tonight. So everybody is at 5th level. And then on your experience, put 1/4 a level. So you're at 5th level and 1/4.
Okay, so
1/4.
wait a second, because it says overall level. I can't edit it.
That's because you have to add a level in
In class.
In class.
class.
And
you add one.
so, where is Brennan?
I will do Brennan, but he will become 4th level, and he would be 4th level and 1/2.
So current XP is 1/4.
Right, just put 1/4. So
I can't put 1/4, so I put 0.25.
Thank
Sure,
God,
I'm
because he does not have a lot of HP, and that is worrisome to me.
Uh-huh.
19. He got hit by a cone of cold with 19 HP.
And just got obliterated.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, so did Merrick.
right.
Yeah, America always got 19 HP, so I have to roll for HP now, right?
You can either roll for HP or take the average lower half.
The average of the
I
lower
rolled an
half.
8
Right.
earlier. I'm swimming in HP now. 49.
So I have a max of 19. So you're saying
So you can you have a D8, right, as druid? So you could take 4 or roll. So you could take 2. 2
Oh,
plus.
that's me. That's me.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
2.
Thank God. Merrick
I'm looking
needs,
forward to this
Merrick
one.
needs some big numbers.
I'm wondering if I should just. I mean, do I roll or do I just take the 4?
Bestow
It's up
curse.
to you.
Oh shit.
So you add your con modifier too. So I'm actually
Yeah.
adding.
You add your con modifiers.
So my con modifier is 2. All right.
Correct. So you add 2 to whatever it is that you roll, or you just take 6.
I had rolled pretty good on my past couple because I'm at 31 hit points. Quite a bit beefier than.
I'm at 5. Fuck.
Okay, so you add 5. Are you guys going to divvy up the party stuff now, or are you just going to leave it in the cart?
I think we should. Really, what is there to divvy up other than the gold?
Well, if you want stuff on your persons, the potions of healing, the ointment, if you want someone to have that, because remember, as long as it's in party inventory, it's not available.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to look and see. If
And you guys don't have to decide now, but I'll remind you again before next session, because I'd hate one of you guys like, damn, I need a potion of healing. Oh crap, we never said someone has that.
Right.
I'm gonna check and see my spells and see if any of them need black pearls
Not a bad idea.
as a reagent.
The problem now is we have to separate this gold in a weird fashion to give
You do have to separate it in a weird fashion.
Brennan half of what we're all taking.
So the way to do it is, so how many of their guys are there's four
Right now
three
there's
of you, right?
3 of us and then Brennan.
So what you do is you take the total, divide it by 7, and whatever that number is, Brennan gets that much, and you guys each get double that.
Okay. So we have the 560.
Now keep in mind, the only thing you have in gold though is the actual coin. The rest of that stuff you're going to need to get to some place to cash that in.
Sure. It doesn't instantly transfer into gold the minute we grab it. Come on, Goose.
It does
This
not.
is a world of magic and wonder. No. See.
I think we should take care of this next week, guys. I'm starting to fade pretty hard.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure.
Just make sure you get your level up done before next week, and let me know if you need any help.
So the level up, I did the health, and then what did
So
the
you
rest
want-
of the stats?
So I think once you did the level itself, where are you? It should automatically update your proficiency bonus, and it did. So what you'll need to update is, let me get to Druid here, because I just happen to have my book in front of me. is you'll have to update your spell slots there.
So I get an extra. I go to level 3 spell or not?
Right. So now your spell slot should be 4, 3, 2.
Okay, so I have two level 3 spells. Okay.
Correct. And all those would reset. And then how many cantrips do you have here? You only have your 3 cantrips. Good. So you need to basically just put in your level 3 spells, which is all of them when you get around to it. There's no rush.
Okay.
Because of the feat system, you guys do get another feat. So you do get to select another feat, which you don't have to do now. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You're done.
Okay. So in the feats, that was in one of them.
It's pinned. Yeah, it's pinned.
Okay.
It's the 4th pin down. It says complete feat list. Pinned in Discord.
All right. Cool.
So basically, pick your feat, put your level 3 spells on your character sheet, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Hey, Goose.
Yo.
Look at my passive perception.
Is that super duper high?
Mm-hmm.
What is it now?
25.
Jesus, how is it
What?
passive 25?
I'm not even gonna have you guys roll for any. Lucius, you noticed. Lucius, you noticed. Lucius, you noticed. Lucius, you noticed. Lucius, you
What
noticed.
if I want to know something?
So, the reason for that is because I had proficiency in perception to begin with, and then I took the perceptive feat last level, which increases my wisdom score by 1, and if I gain proficiency in the profession skill, if you're already proficient, double your proficiency bonus, so that's expertise. And also, lightly obscured things doesn't impose disadvantage. And then I took observant this level, which increases my wisdom by 1 again. If I see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language I understand, I can interpret the words from their lips, and I get a +5 bonus to my passive perception. And my wisdom modifier is 4.
Because you're a fucking cleric.
Because I'm a cleric.
And your spells just went more powerful because your wisdom went up and your proficiency bonus went up.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I was to take observant, that would push me to 20 in my wisdom as well.
There are other options as well if you want to increase your wisdom. Those are the feats that I took because
Right.
I wanted to just have banging perception.
Right, there are a number. It doesn't make any sense, frankly, to not take a feat. But you just find the feats that give you your wisdom, and then pick which one you like the best.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm at 20, so I mean, for me,
20's a +5. That's a big jump.
20 is the maximum you can get to without magical items.
and then intelligence would I'm sorry. My wisdom is at 19. My intelligence is at 13.
You don't want to bump your intelligence.
I mean, it's nice, but it won't help you cast spells better. Bumping your wisdom will help you cast spells better.
Yep.
Okay.
The wisdom is the one that you want.
All right.
Now
so-
you could also just take a feat that you like that doesn't give a bonus if you think you'll do better with it.
Right.
Like, for instance, I'm taking mobile, so it gives me another 10 feet of movement on top of my already getting 10 feet of movement. But also, like, the other passives with it are really, really good. If I use the dash action, whether it's bonus or my regular, difficult terrain doesn't cost me extra movement. And if I make a melee attack against something, then I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether I hit it or not. So, like, if I need to run away from something, I can still use my action to hit it, and then if I'm raging, I can use my bonus action to dash and run, and I'll be able to go 100 feet, no matter how, no matter whether the terrain's difficult or not.
Oh wait, that's
just in case I ever want to run away. Not that I ever want to, really.
Okay, so that doesn't work that way.
What's that?
I can't do it that way. So we're just gonna have to remember to add 5 passive, because it won't let me. Well, let's see if I do the gear. No.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
So
You just gotta.
We gotta remember that my passive
Well,
perception
remember,
is 25.
passive
By
is
we, I mean
an
me.
active check.
Right. Like Goose has to remember that my passive
Yeah.
perception is 25. I don't have to remember that. Goose does.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if because I think I took emphatic last time, or empathic rather last time.
You guys should definitely be putting your feeds on your characters.
It-
For this reason.
Empathic, you did, I remember, and it gives you something regarding insight.
Right, and so my point is I don't have that on my character sheet. Goose, where do you want me to put that with my character
What-
sheet?
There's a place for it. If you go to class, the class tab, there's other class abilities, notes, and feats, and just copy paste it into there.
Is that where you want it, Goose?
Definitely.
So I've
This
got,
one's like empathic. It says you can use your action to try to get uncanny insight about one humanoid you can see within 30 feet. Make a wisdom check. Okay, so I just put that.
Alrighty, everybody, we are going to go ahead and close out the stream for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. It was quite a lot of fun. You guys had fun watching, too. Sorry, I'm now realizing I forgot to move this so you guys could see who was talking. But, hey, if you watch us regularly, you'll just know these things and don't need this little fancy thing. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night with another episode of ReGen D&D. Have a good night.